I have done blues songs that has never been released.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I
Well,
have
you know, right
done-
now people are going digging. They're going to try and see if they can find
They're
the
not gonna
Dezarie
find
blue.
it
They're not
because
gonna
it's
find
never
it.
been released.
Wow.
Yeah.
Will it ever be released?
Give me the paint, give me the chalk, give me the urban artist talk. Conversations from the heart, from the start we set apart. Art a la carte, now check it.
Hey, beautiful art community. Thank you for watching another episode. Be sure to subscribe to Urban Artist Talk. Your subscription will help us to bring on more guests and make sure that we fund this whole project. So thank you for watching another episode, and we look forward to your support. So welcome back to another episode of Urban Artist Talk. I'm your host, Andre Jamora, aka Natty Rebel, and we are here with a very special guest. I don't even know how the stars aligned, but when they did, I was more than honored to have the one and only Empress Dezarie in the building.
Thank you. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, man, definitely. We are super excited, you know, and I speak for myself, but all of the town, or Oakland, when we said we were, you know, like just thrilled when we knew that your show was coming to Oakland.
Yes.
A lot of times, you know, Grass Valley, Northern Cali gets,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of energy because all the herb fields, and LA gets a lot of energy because, you know, everybody, you know, that's where a lot of the Hollywood energy.
Yes, sir.
But we're like, don't forget the Bay. You know, everybody gets, you know, Oakland gets a lot of bad rap. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's stigma.
Stigma. So a lot of times people, artists kind of pass over Oakland. So we're so thrilled that you know, made the decision to stop in Oakland.
Good to be here. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, man. And we got a chance to see the show last night. The show was phenomenal for anybody who was in the building. For those that get a chance to see a little snippet of it on Instagram or YouTube, it was one of those moments that really just, you know, reignited a fire from like early 2000s.
Yeah.
I know your first album dropped fire early 2000, 2001.
Yes, that was my first try. I wasn't really sure what I was doing yet, but I gave it a try, and I had songs. So yeah, we put them out, recorded them, just let the people hear it.
So I love how you say, because, you know, we had a little conversation before we got started on how you used to do artwork, and I hear it in the way you talk about your music, just with trying, because the rest of the world knows you're doing, and even that album was a do, you know. But as artists, we experiment, you know, we like to see what our talent can, you know, what the range and what we can do. So 2001 was the first album. How does it feel knowing like some of those messages that you were trying, some of those, you know, deliveries are actually playing out in real life? We're seeing a lot of like, you know, just some of those messages. Some people will sit there and say they're prophetic. You know, Rasta people will say, you know, it's a sign of the times, and, you know, you're almost like a, what do you call it, a broadcaster, you know, just telling what it is that you see. How do you feel about, you know, those messages still, you know, resonating 20 years later?
Yeah, that means a lot hasn't been fixed. A lot hasn't been fixed, and a lot of people still don't have the knowledge of what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
So it's my pleasure I'm here to motivate humanity so that we can be our best self and live our best life, because we have been in poverty, we have been in different situations, housing situations, and living a life of lack. And now we should now try to figure out ways that we can have financial freedom also on the table with everything else that we do.
Yeah, totally. And so do you think that, or I guess, what role do you feel like reggae plays in 2025 in bringing that liberation?
Yeah, reggae and roots music.
Yeah, roots music.
That's
especially.
the avenue. That's the best avenue for the message that we bringing forward. So it plays a big role. It plays a very big role. Yeah.
Yeah. So even with roots music, because, you know, it's 2025, you know, I personally would say, even as a big fan of roots music, as a Pan-Africanist, it's just the message that I want to hear when I'm playing music, right?
Yes, sir.
But we know it's not always the most popular.
No, no, no. It's not the most popular, but it's the best to carry that kind of message.
For true. And that's why
Yes.
I really honor the warriors and the warrioresses that are like still holding true to that positive message. And I guess my question for you is, how have you, if it's even been a wrestle, or, how have you stayed true to that cultural lane and not, for lack of a better word, going pop or doing some R&B? Because you have a beautiful voice, and the world know you could do it. But
Yeah.
what is your motivation for staying?
Sometimes
in
I
that
do experiment. Like I have probably 2 dancehall songs
Oh,
out
yeah?
there, but the message,
It's still the
the
message.
message is still the message. I don't move from that.
Mhm.
But I would do other alternative. I have done blues songs that has never been released.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
I
Well,
have
right
done-
now people are going digging. They're gonna try and see if they can find.
They're
the
not gonna
Dezarie
find
Blue.
it
They're not
because
gonna
it's
find it.
never been released.
Wow.
Yeah.
Will it ever be released?
No.
Okay. Will you ever play around in different genres
Of course. Of
for
course.
releasing?
Yes, yes. I have other projects I'm working on, like a meditation CD, and different things. I don't want we have to work in silence
Yeah.
sometimes, but that's just a little
Some few projects that you have
Yes,
coming up.
yes,
All right, so
upcoming.
we're gonna be looking out for new projects. We won't put a name to them as yet, but just be on the lookout because I know the people, want, need more of the message that you're delivering. And of course, you can only deliver it in the way that you do. So I know that people want more Dezarie.
Yeah.
Last album was
Love in Your Meditation,
what year?
2014.
2014.
That's the last time I brought out a CD.
Last
Yes.
one. So 10 years, 10 plus.
Mhm.
People want a new CD.
Yeah, we have one in the makings and some other things going on, but I'm supposed to release one this year. Probably at the end of this month or following next month. So
If you want
it's
to tell
already
them,
fixed and recorded. We're just doing the mixing and mastering right now.
you want to tell us anything about or what to expect from this new recording?
I worked on this with a younger producer, so
Okay.
it just has a little slight different sound to it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So more up tempo or
Yeah, more up tempo, but it's still roots. you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we're looking forward to that for sure.
So,
Great. So, shifting gears, but still staying within the same vein. St. Croix, I had the chance to visit St. Croix in 2016. And it's just a magical place. I got a chance to meet so many artists from St. Croix. What makes St. Croix, in your opinion, such a hub for the revolutionary roots music and so many artists? Because there's something special. I don't know if it's the soil, the fruits, And I guess for viewers at home, some know Dezarie, some don't know the history of that. But even, with St. Croix, most people think of Jamaica when they think of reggae music. And in the past 20 years, of all the other little Caribbean islands and even the continent of Africa, St. Croix has emerged with this force that the world has to recognize.
Yeah. There was one time that St. Croix, their agriculture fed the entire Caribbean. St. Croix is a very special place. There is, I don't even know if I should say this publicly, but
Say it. No.
there's some places, if in St. Croix, if a particular computer shuts down, all the banks in South America have to shut down.
What?
Yeah, St. Croix is a very special place. The location of it, being that Jack Cousteau came down there, he never touched bottom, and different little things, but it's the location of the place, the energy of the slaves and being there and the different slave rebellions that took place on the island.
I've read up a lot of the slave rebellions had men from, and women from St. Croix that went to different islands to help out on different. I got a whole history lesson from, rest in peace, Siegel, who was just like a historian and just, took us up Mahogany Road when the Abjad album came out. And
Yes, sir.
it's just, so much magic compacted into one little space. And You know, for those that have been there, they, you know, you feel it.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Are you an artist struggling to sell your artwork? I know the feeling. I've been there, so much so that I decided to publish a book, The Art of Articulation. This book will help you not only navigate the art world, but give you the vocabulary to step into a room with confidence so you can sell your artwork. Pick up this book on Amazon today.
Yes, this was a special place, and revolutionary people. St. Croix, they treat St. Croix worse than the other islands because we're so rebellious over there, and you know.
That's what I know.
Yeah, they have done some things that they have been blacklisted with certain privileges.
Yeah, and even, you know, while I was down there, I was just shocked to even find out, you know, I guess to answer my own question, why it's so revolutionary and even comparison to a Jamaican reggae scene. The brothers were telling me, because you hear U.S. Virgin Islands, so you think, all right, it's a part of the U.S., but people can't vote on, you know, president. Or
yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, yes.
So it's like,
even when they made it a U.S. territory, we still were not considered Americans. We still didn't have the benefits of America. So it just was like an ownership.
wow, and that's madness even in the word sound, because they gave you the U.S.
Yeah,
but
just
left
the name.
America. You know,
Yeah,
you
just-
can't be American.
Just Visa logo.
Visa logo, use U.S. Virgin
Just give us
Island,
that
but-
logo for the U.S. and that's it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's heavy, man. Yeah, so I wanted to also even touch base and see, you know, like you spent some time in Atlanta. You're on somewhat of a West Coast tour now. Where are you headed when you leave Oakland?
I'm back to St. Croix home.
Nice.
Yes.
So just take a little bit of time and just kind of like regroup.
Yes, definitely. Detox.
Detox.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's super important. And I feel like, especially when you're on the road and touring, you know, like you give so much of your energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a joy even watching you. And I've seen a few of your shows, you know, you count them probably on like two hands. As you know, the Empress and, you know, her sister and are, you know, front row every California show that you go
Yes, for
to.
sure.
So big up Mama Oni and, you know, Alma and all
Yes,
the sister and them for just holding that energy. But I, you know, whenever I go to a stage show, what I love is that call and response of, you know, feeding the artist. And I feel like Oakland was there to not only get fed, but also give you that energy back last night.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a two-way thing.
It's a two-way thing.
Yeah. I've always, every time I come and do a show at Oakland, it's always touching. It's always a show that I always gonna remember.
Yeah.
Every time I come here, the audience is great. I think this time there was a mixture of people, but usually, you know, but this time there was a mixture of everybody. And
What are you used to?
I was kind of surprised, you know, that the crowd response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I've toured up and down Oakland, and you know, that's one of the things that I really love about Oakland. Just the diversity, but then also the amount of like particle and rootsy people that you'll find.
Yeah. Cultural people.
In Oakland.
Yes, yes.
And I felt that energy when you were performing last night, and just seeing your smile. 'Cause you know, I draw people for a living. So
Yeah.
I just watched facial expressions, and there was a couple of smiles that went from ear to ear. And I knew you were just watching people watch you.
Yeah.
And just that energy was just like so precious.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Also, while we were in the show, me and, you know, my partner were talking, you know, and just expressing how it would be great to hear an a cappella show. I heard some wind that there was a show with you coming up with like just a harp. Is that a
Yeah,
thing?
a harpist in San Diego at World Beat Center. I did it last year. It was called a healing session
Yeah.
with
How was it?
Dezarie.
How was it?
It was beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. It was, something I never did before. It's more on a metaphysical level, and it's just more meditational chants, and yeah, so heal with
Awesome.
music and heal with my voice. Yeah, so it was a beautiful experience. Yes, and everyone was so grateful.
I can only imagine, because your voice is an instrument within itself.
Yes.
Um, And, you know, I love the band. Last night, the band, you told me, like, you know, after 2 rehearsals, I'm like, man,
Yes,
these
sir.
guys got it. You know,
Yeah.
the band is locked in. But there's even moments to where, you know, and I've heard plenty of artists do, you know, you're like low because you just want to talk and reason.
Yeah. Yes.
And even when you're singing over just like a slight rhythm, I feel like it's a great time for people to really tune into your words. Because even for myself, and that's what I love about music, is always finding something, a little Easter egg or something that you didn't hear last time. You know, this is my jam. This is my song. What? Was it always there? And I find that with your music.
Yeah. Yes.
And when the music is low, it gives people a chance to digest the words. And everybody knows if it's a Dezarie song, you know, you don't have to sit there and worry about like second guessing if she's gonna say the wrong thing. You know, so it's just a easy ride. But when you can actually hear the lyrics, because they're so powerful, you know. And I think one of the best parts of your delivery is like your voice is so sweet.
Thank you.
But your message is so hard. So, you know, as an artist, as a visual artist, you know, there's sometimes where you sugarcoat and you use bright colors and neon. You have a way of using neon colors, but still being very direct and blunt. Slew them and done. Don't bother debate this thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. We go through so many difficult things. And our enemies, or the opposer, they don't have any mercy for us. They don't have any mercy for the children that they're sex trafficking. They don't have any mercy for the 5-year-olds that they rape. They don't have any mercy for the Black men or any man in jail. They don't have any mercy for the women that they force to do the things that they don't want to do. So they don't have no mercy for us. So I say anything on any song at any time, and I just don't care because I go through a lot of spiritual battles for this. So if you're gonna fight me, then I'm gonna say whatever, and you can keep fighting me. You know, it's like that.
Yeah, and I love the way you keep the fire just red, man.
Yes,
You know, like it comes off so sweet because, yeah, there's been so many times where I've had people that, you know, listen to reggae, might, you know, and I can see them enjoying it. But then when they hear the message, I'm like, yeah, unapologetically. Like there's no time when I'm singing a Dezarie song where I'm like, any apology is gonna follow after the lyrics that I'm chanting in this song right here.
Yes.
You know, my love for Africa, my love for, you know, the Pan-African diaspora, my love for, you know, just us coming together as a whole to problem solve.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even, you know, sometimes things get so wishy-washy that you don't want to put a label on it, but to me, I'm like, problem solving is what I want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you don't have to like me. We ain't got to be best, but I want to problem solve because my pain is your pain.
Yeah, we need that. We need that major, in a major way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So what else is there that I wanted to hit upon, lighten up the mood a little bit? I wanted to share my favorite Dezarie story with you. So I have 6 youth. Took 4 of them with me to Jamaica 3 months ago. Only his grandmother had passed away, so we went to Treasure Beach to, you know, give our condolences. Then we jumped over to Kingston, went to Night Market and linked up with a couple of different ones, you know, Yardcore and Vila Ike. And my youth who are teenagers, you know, I got 2, 16 and 18, so they were in the Night Market with us. And it's so funny because we played Dezarie, you know, since they were born. We played all type of music. And, you know, teenagers get into that mode where, you know, they're trying to make sense of the world. So, you know, everybody want to listen to gangster rap. They want to hear that and they want to play that. And so they went through this whole mode of just like, you know, and I allowed them because I'm like, you know. What's going on, good people? Andre Jamora here. And as the executive director of the Bay Area Mural Program, I want to tell you about Chroma Paint. Chroma is our go-to brand, and we want to make sure it's your go-to brand too. Visit them at their website at chromaonline.com. not really what I want.
Yeah, you have
but
to
I
let
want,
them experience it.
yeah, I want to know what you're listening to. And I don't want you to shut off from sharing, right?
Yeah.
So they went through that phase, and then they went through a phase where they started going finding old R&B songs. And, hey, Baba, you know anything about Erica Badu? I'm like, do I know Erica Badu? No, who is that? Play that for me. Yeah, I'm playing that game. So we're in Jamaica, night market, same teenagers. You know, I let them smoke, you know, on occasion. So they saw a little dispensary, you know, young Jamaican brothers were selling their herbs in the night market. And they're like, Baba, can we go check the, I'm like, you know, we on vacation, so yeah, go check the dispensary. Two young, you know, they're probably in their early 20s, got their little herb on the table, jars, different strands and everything. And what are they playing? Dezarie. My two teenager boys who, you know, really went on a mission looking for herb, you know, all in the mix and like, hey, what's that you playing? 21-year-old just look up with the coolest level of confidence, like, man, you don't know it's Dezarie. My two teenagers run back over to me, no herb. Hey, Baba, you know Dezarie? Do I? I don't know her, but yeah, but you know that song? Wait till we get back in the car. We're gonna play nut. And it's so funny because me and my empress were like, yeah, you can beat it into children, but they're not gonna listen. And when you don't think they're listening,
yeah,
they're listening.
Yeah, it's a good foundation.
It's a great foundation.
So even if they leave it and go to something else,
it resonates later.
Yeah, yeah.
So even when they were in the night market and they thought they were hearing it for the first time. I absolutely
did not like roots music at all as a young person, okay?
That was gonna be one of my questions next was like.
At all, I thought that was old people music and that's what we call it. So we didn't listen to that, but as I moved to Atlanta and start going to the struggle now, and I start, it resonated with the message that the Rastas had on their music. So I was all for it.
Yeah,
yeah.
It just made sense.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, what came first, you know, singing or Rastafari?
Definitely singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in a Christian household.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So part of the church? Choir?
Yes.
Yeah.
At one time, yes.
Yeah. No, I mean it's just a part of the history throughout the Americas, you know. And it gives that juxtapose, you know, like you can't bun something out unless you know it. You can't really, you know, point the finger at it unless you've actually won it.
Yes.
You know. So yeah, those humble beginnings of, you know, growing up in church. You're gonna be who you're gonna be, you know. So when was it, you know, singing outside of church? Was there any other like music that you gravitated to?
I sang in school. I started singing in elementary up till junior high, and then I stopped. We would sing in school. In high school, we cut class to go behind the school and sing, chanting. At that time, we wasn't singing, but yeah, we used to do things like that, but never. It was when I got to Atlanta and then this sound systems that were hanging around, they heard my voice and suggest that I would enter all these reggae contests, and later on took me into a studio.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, a little background of how you got started in recording and studio
Yeah,
works.
I did more dancehall when I first started out.
No way.
Yes, way. Yes, singing was, I did singing, but not on a huge level at that time.
Wow. So it was more like just chanting and
a lot of chanting.
Wow. Okay. I can only imagine. And then there's who's out of, you know, Lady Passion? I know she's somewhere in Atlanta.
Yeah, I heard of her. I heard like one song by her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know she has, you know, music.
Yeah, that's
and
the
works out of
following
her.
generation after me. There was her and some other girls.
I was gonna ask, I was like, in a world, you know, in a music industry that's male dominated, you know, how do you find, you know, yourself having to like, do you find any battles with it? 'Cause I see you hold your, you know.
Of course there are battles. Anything you do in life has a good reason behind of you doing it, it's gonna be a battle. Anybody do anything good in life, it's gonna be a battle.
Yeah.
So yes, there are battles, and since the men run the music industry, then yes, yes.
Yeah.
But overrides everything, and that's why I'm here still.
Yeah.
To have some toughness and some good prayers, and you get through anything. Yes.
So what would that be your advice to, like,
Yeah.
next generation sister that want to come up and do a roots
Yeah.
thing?
Respect yourself. You have
Yeah.
to tell them that, because that's what I did. When I'm going to a studio, I make sure I'm covered up, because I'm not trying to tempt anybody. I come there, I'm serious. When I go to record, I am serious. And so I come there, don't play with me. Yeah, just press record.
Yeah. No,
and let's get the work done. Yeah.
It's a powerful message to send to, the young sister, because I have a
Because
daughter.
most female artists would tell you that every studio they go to, the producers feel like they own them, and they would try to make these advances and then try to deny you your music later if you get involved with them.
I've seen it.
So I've seen a sister of mine that these men just lure her on for years, telling her they're gonna give her this album. I did before I ever became an artist, I did a song with Too Short. It happened by accident. I did a little.
We here in Oakland, right? We in Too Short land right now.
Yeah. I just really put it together. As
Too
you said
Short,
that.
reach out if you have that song still. We want
Yeah. So it was a song. I was singing the nice part. He was singing the dirty words.
Yeah. Can only imagine. I can only imagine.
The song was it Too Short. Why you say them nasty words?
Oh, what?
How come you be dissing all them girls? And then he would come on with his bad words and his so it was real nice. I was cool with one of his producers, and it was a great experience.
Did that ever get released? Was that ever put out?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. You can look for it. I don't know if you would see my name, but
He's on it. We're not gonna put it on this episode, but just for our own personal, I gotta.
Yeah, but the sister I went with, the girl who brought me there was one of his other producers that was involved with her, and he kept promising her album that never came out, and then one of the other guys said she's never gonna get the album. But for whatever reason, this guy wanted to deal with her, and he used that.
Yeah. And that's where, be careful to all young artists. Don't get it taken advantage of. And, like Dezarie said, respect yourself. Don't put yourself in compromisable positions, because you will get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Wow. What else is there? Anything that you would like to share with, just the audience or the people that might be watching this, just as far as like what you have upcoming or anything?
I go to Brazil this summer. I'm just working on a lot of music right now because I feel that that's where I'm lacking. So I have some projects that I'm working on that I feel good about.
Yeah.
Big up, Brian. Yeah.
Definitely big up Higher Bound
we-
Productions in the building.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, good. When you say the only thing you like, so outside of music, what do you do outside of music? Because for the mass audience,
my life is music.
Okay.
Everything I do relates to that music. I do some sewing.
Okay. All right.
I make jewelry.
Nice.
Things like that. I sell that stuff when I'm at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where found it?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I
Tone,
haven't
we're
heard it
digging.
since then.
Tone is that guy. Tone goes digging in the crates.
What? How you find that? What's the name of it? Yeah. That was my first experience recording. That's the first thing I recorded, first time. I didn't even I didn't know who Too Short was at the time, but I found out afterwards. Yeah, but they were real cool. He was real
What
cool.
year was that?
It's probably like 19. 90 something. It
Wow.
wasn't 2000 yet. It was like 1990.
He was on the come up. He was. I
Yeah.
don't think he had. What? Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, now seeing knowing that I love backstories.
Mm-hmm.
So with that and all of your travels since then around the world, has there been any encounter with any of your fans? I know you're going to Brazil. I'd just love to hear a story of just like a heartwarming, experience that you had anywhere in your travels.
I'll tell you the story that I just told the guys in the band the other day. There was a show I did in Brazil, and I was on stage singing, and I saw a guy walked into the building, and he forced his way to the front. And there was a line of security, because in Brazil, you need a lot of security because they're really aggressive.
Yeah.
And he kept pushing through. The security would hold him. He would step back for a minute, take a break, and go back again until he bust through the security and he ran to the stage, and he had a copper crown that he had made, and he handed me that. And I was saying thank you, and he just walked away, walked out the building and left, because that's what
That was his mission.
That was his mission.
Wow.
Yeah. But he fought about 8 security to get through to me, and I was here just looking, trying to focus and sing, But it was.
And you could see what was going on.
I could see, because he was looking at me.
Yeah,
he was saying something, but I couldn't understand because he was speaking Portuguese. But I figured it out when he handed me the crown, and it was beautiful. Yeah,
Wow.
He was saying that I'm the queen,
Yeah. Copper crown is powerful.
Yeah.
That's the best stage gift you ever received?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I would say.
Yeah. No, I feel like you can't top that. Flowers, like a copper crown. That's up there.
There was another incident that we performed on another show in Brazil, and this guy, when we got into the van, a guy rolled up with his wheelchair, and his friend, they were trying to explain that the music helped him to heal, and he was in such a bad accident. And after a while, he was pushing his friend away. His friend was like, "Let me help you to stand up." He was like, "No, the music healed me." And he struggled and shake to show us that he was standing up. And the doctor said that would never happen. So he said the music helped him to heal. And that's my favorite story, because that's why I'm doing this, to heal, to help people to heal.
Yeah, man. Music has a certain vibration that, like, you can't match it. You can't, it's no artificial sound that can, match that vibration that we as humans need to like, tune our bodies. So give thanks for being a part of that. So any last words you'd like to just leave the people with? Any inspiring message? We know we got Brazil on the horizons. What would you like to say to your fans?
Treat each other well. Treat each other well. We don't do that. A lot of women dislike each other based by just looking at them, and the sisterhood that we should have. We don't have it, but we can again. But we have to treat each other well. And we are creators, and everybody like to say, "I am God," but nobody wants to behave. What makes you a God, And they quick to say, "Oh, Haile Selassie, God," but what makes you think you're a God? And do you carry yourself that way? Do you behave that way? What do you do?
Yeah.
So rather than just saying that you're a God or a goddess and things like this, show it. Yeah. Behave like it then. Yeah, that's my message.
You heard it here, straight at Urban Artist Talk with the one Dezarie. Don't just talk about being a god and goddess. Go out and do the good works. All right? This is Andre Jamora, a.k.a. Natty Rebel, and we are live here at Oak Stop with the one Dezarie. Just saw a great performance last night. Higher Bound Productions, backing band. So definitely, you want to check out all of the new works that are going to be coming up from Dezarie soon.
Thank you very much, and special thanks to Rhonda and Aishance for helping put this great show together. Thank you for your works.
Yes, for sure. Give thanks.
Blessings.
give me the paint, give me the chalk, give me the urban artist talk. Give me the paint, give me the chalk, give me the urban artist talk.